A lot of people, they wonder how come I've lasted on a bike so long. You see me riding the bike on the highways, and a lot of people wonder how I've not been killed. And I've started riding about 1988, so I've been on the roads about 29 years, nearly 30 years. Now you're asking the question, how can anybody ride a bike on the roads for 30 years like I have? 30 years, 30, and survive. It's very simple. There's two rules out there. There's actually three. Don't panic regardless of what happens. And you got to ride fast to give drivers plenty of reaction time. Now, if I would have rode just 10 miles an hour, if I'd rode just 10 miles an hour for 30 years, I'd already been dead. I'd already been killed. I'd already had a tombstone. My how I survive is I ride fast. If you don't ride fast when it's safe, if you don't ride fast, you'll die. Cause too slow, drivers don't have that reaction time, even if they're drunk. If you're riding fast, you give drivers plenty of reaction time. Now, obviously, in a real heavy, congested area, it gets a little bit more dangerous because people are driving a little closer together. Now, I love traffic. What I don't like is being in an isolated area. If you get in trouble, you can't get help. A great example. About well, say back in probably around 2001, there was a yard sale. I didn't live in Goshen. I've only lived in Goshen since let me think here, 2009. I lived over in Loveland. I think I surprised a lot of people. Anyway, I lived 4 miles north of the library. Anyway, I seen in the newspaper there was a yard sale, but it was way over Marl Kazadel Road, a real isolated area. Matter of fact, when I was in school back in the 70s, sorry, I ate a little too quick. When I was in school back in the 1970s, mid late 1970s, our bus route was that way. Very lonely ride to school. Anyway, now there was a yard sale some years ago, 2001, back in Marl Kazadel, and the sign stopped, and I went in the direction of the arrows, but could never find a yard sale, and the sign was valid. So I stopped at this one house. I had a bike helmet on, had a reflective vest, so you could say I looked like a bike rider. Anyway, I knocked on this door of this house, nice home. I could see him looking out the window, but nobody answers the door. They're so afraid anymore. And if I'd got hurt, even if I'd yelled 911, I don't even think they would have done that. Dialed not, I don't like isolation. It's just too dangerous. I like it traffic. That way, if you do get in trouble, there's some good Samaritan will get you help. Dial 911. But I love traffic, regardless how dangerous it looks or is. But yeah, the trick to survival after 30 years on the roads is speed, pure and simple. The faster I go, the safer I am. Now, like if I'm approaching an intersection such as a red light, I'm always watching now. I've had people pull out on me. Oh, yeah. I was in Kentucky. This is about 25 years ago. I was in Kentucky, and a car pulled right out in front of me. Right. I mean, boy, you talking about it? You talking about? I was so angry. I was cussing them out. What happened was they pulled out so quick at the last second. I don't know. They must have been dope, drunk, or something. And this is before smartphones. Smartphones wasn't even on the market yet. So I can't blame the smartphone for that. But anyway, they pulled out, and I had to stop so quick. I actually got down on my feet, my shoes. The frictions from the road stopped me. My brake, I knew my brake wouldn't be able to stop me that quick, so I had to jump off the bike and land my feet on the road to stop me. And when I did that, when I stopped, the front I had so much momentum and force that my front wheel come up and come down and smack the road, and it bent my front wheel at 90 degrees. It totally ruined my front wheel. So I had to call Mom, come and get me. I was cussing on the phone. Why you cussing? She said, why are you cussing so bad? You know,